Kale, Halal, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushua, Basham, Rakakadash. A double honor to the apostles with great millstone. Salutes to you, brothers, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. Yahweh being the name of the Father, the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is the one the world calls Jesus Christ. I've just come across this video, it's about a month ago. And, you got one of the elites of this world, David Rothschilds, and he's talking to, from what I see, this individual on the left is, a drone racer, champion drone racer, if I'll put that word in there. So he's into drone racing. Now, the elite, the elites of this world, asked him, about, using these drones for, what is his view on, which is in the video, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. I don't think I'm going to play it anyway. But he asked him about using drones for deliveries, Uber drones, and seeing us flying things around. He worded it a certain way. And what you're seeing, and then pretty much later on, he goes on to talk about how they're using drones to track animals. In different parts of the world. They're out there in, different remote parts of the world, and they're using the drones now to track the animals. He said, you don't have to get near them and whatnot. And when you put all this together, I'm going to read a scripture here, but when you put all this together, now the individual, from what I remember, you mentioned about, I can't remember what his response was to the deliveries with the drones. But, that's what we're seeing. We're talking about the miracles of Esau Edom. We're talking about the technology, the mark of the beast technology, the RFID chip. It all links up, man. The technology, let's say, everybody. Now, and one thing I noticed, they're using drones to fight crime. Criminals and stuff over cities. They're flying drones, chasing cars with them. So this is all New World Order. Tracking animals. Animals are chipped. And the plan is to get all the human beings chipped. The ones that, the ones that survive or are not killed via the Georgia Guidestones. The ones that are left. Let's get a scripture out and then I'll go back into that. This is the book of Revelations 13. I'll start from 14. And he dwelleth and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Now, I'm not going to go all into it, but what I am going to touch on is the miracles. That's part of Esau Edom's miracles.
So work part-time.
The drones.
Is this?
You know what? I might play some of it.
These new ideas that we're going to be flying around in these like Uber drones and these drone taxis, and we'll be kind of transporting ourselves around cities. Is this something that you follow closely as well, or are you just purely a racer? So I work part-time as a contractor for a delivery company where we are pushing the frontiers of using drones for medical deliveries, etc. In my world, drones have completely revolutionized how we explore routes or how we track animals, tracking poachers. I was in Indonesia last year doing a project where we were tracking manta rays. And so we could fly over reefs and see them without disturbing them. Really changed my perspective. And I think for a lot of explorers and environmentalists, drones are a huge tool for the future of conservation. Yeah, for sure. A really valuable tool because you can get that bird's eye perspective really quickly and really easily. What's the craziest thing you've done?
Now, this individual being interviewed, I don't think he even knows who he's talking to. And that's what these elites do. Their power is in the secrecy of people not knowing who the hell they are. And I got another video I could do on that. Because there was this Jake, so-called African-American dude. And he was being interviewed by, David the Rothschilds. And he was rapping and all of that. And I said, this dude doesn't know the hell he's in front of. So let's read a quick scripture here. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And we're gonna need our lives preserved from these elites, because the power, is given into their hands to kill. Esau is known as the red horse, and power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. I might read that after. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Let me put it here. So in case, you start getting phone calls when you start teaching the word, man. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And all of this stuff we're talking about with the mark of the beast, the drones, it's all linking. They show you in different movies of drones that shoot. Now they got drones in the military right now. Walking robots, walking with the soldiers in the desert, carrying things, and killer robots, if you will, and all sorts of stuff. You've got drones is part of this, is to monitor and secure for their new world order. And then they're talking about delivering packages. So that individual, when these technologies are set up, someone might get into it on a lower level, but there's always a higher agenda for what these things are being used for than just racing. It's got a higher agenda. And that's what it is. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Yeah, the power of these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, is, the Rothschilds family is in secret, because here it is, a lot of people won't know that they've got anything to do with anything. They'll just see them as just top businessmen, and that's it. They're not involved with anything that's going on. Okay, but that's why we said that these elites, they rule what? In secret. They're known as what? The secret council of the wicked. Okay, I'm going to jump right in. I could read more on that. Well, let me carry on. Psalm 64:3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And you got to understand that all this technology that is being set up is part of Esau's power, and it's part of him using it to control. So you got to understand. These drones, we could do so much different videos on it, but the drones are for killing, monitoring, destruction. I was watching I've been watching many programs, what they call post-apocalyptic, which you could call it pre-apocalyptic. Because this is all going to be taking place before the nukes, before World War III. All this is going to be taking place, as we're seeing them speeding it up now. But people getting buzzed by drones. Like, you got the movie Equilibrium. You got on grid. You got to be chipped with the RFID to be on the grid and be in a system to operate, and everything's monitored. And people are being monitored. They show you in the colony with the flying drones, and if you do anything, you get it alerts. It alerts to what you're getting up to. Complete total control. Revelation 6:4, and they went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay, and they should kill one another, and it was given unto him a great sword. So we're in a time of death and destruction. And when you go into these elites, they call it what? Order of Kale. They call it Order of Kale, which is cause complete mayhem on the earth. Complete degradation of society and the land and the earth, on planet Earth, morals, everything. and then they come in with the order. What is your order? Is you complete is the technology, the drones, the chip, all of these things. Okay, they monitor people through. So that's why the money's even going digital. That's how they monitor people anyway, through their databases. It's all through your database, computers, tech, database. So they're gonna make everything like that. Okay, from walking down the street. So to be, when this all break, because and also in order to get it, there's gonna be mass chaos going on to justify what they're gonna do. You know, so that's how it's gonna be. So what I'm gonna do here, and like to chip the animals. The animals have been getting chipped. It's the same thing they want to do, or they're doing with human beings. They're doing with human beings. Look at Sweden. Look at what the PM over there in Israel just mentioned about the children, that they should be chipped. Okay, now hopefully this video doesn't get flagged and striked, but that's what they do, because you're speaking the truth. Okay, now there's another scripture I wanted to get. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. So they put forth all these legislations and different policies and the different things that are set up. Why? Because it is in the power of their hand. It's in the power of their hand to do these things. And like I said, these drones are part of it, man. You got these drones flying around. You would have thought, nah, that's something from a sci-fi movie. Well, anytime you see a lot of these movies put together, you got to understand, and I'm not going to go all into that now, but these are blueprints for the NWO. A lot of these movies and stuff like that are nothing but blueprints for this new world order.
So work part-time.
And like I said, you got individuals that don't know what the hell's going. They don't know. I mean, he doesn't know what's going on. This person on the left, but it shows you where these drones are going and what they're being used. They're being used for many things, already as we speak. So there you have it. Now there was a couple of scriptures that's in my mind, but I forgot it. But I've read most of them anyway, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, so there you have it, man. Revelation 13. You can read that. All right, and some other scriptures. Now I'm gonna do another video on this, but It's purely a racer. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tackle it from a different, go into some other stuff. But there you have it, man. You know what? I'll probably close this one out here. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.